Hi everyone, riding with my lovely wife on the Spyder here in North Carolina. I want to ask you a question. What is it about where you live that makes you want to live there? Were you just born there? Did you move there? I was born and raised about 30 miles from here. I have lived my whole life in North Carolina, pretty much around the Charlotte area, although I did live for about 5 years up around the Raleigh area, a little farther north of here. But it was all in North Carolina. Now I've just spent my first, probably most of the year down in Smyrna, Georgia, which is really the first other place I've ever lived. And I just wonder what makes where you live special. Where I live right here in North Carolina, I have moved away from Charlotte as far as I could when I was working and still be able to commute or have a semi-reasonable commute. And but what I love about here is these country roads, living out here in the country. I was born in the city and I've been hankering to live out in the country my whole life. Now, it has its costs. The county I'm in has lower taxes, but also lower services than the one I came from. It has, I think it had good schools. I think my kids learned what they needed to learn while they were going there, but I don't know how they compare to some other schools in other places. I know my kids probably suffered in one respect. When I grew up in the city, I probably had 20 or 30 people to play with on my block. I didn't even have to cross the street. We could get up enough people for football games or whatever we wanted to do. And my kids didn't have that. On our particular street, which is about a mile long, there was nobody, not another kid on the whole street their age. But we took them a lot of places, and there's a lot of after-school stuff. When you're out in the country, there's a lot of organized sports and a lot of organized activities, some of it revolving around the school, some around the church, some just other organizations. And I don't think they ever lacked for companionship and having things to do. They just couldn't simply walk out their back door and go 2 or 3 houses down and hang out with one of their friends. But I love it here. It's beautiful. I love the roads. I love to ride them. Even before I really rode them much on the motorcycle, I loved them out here, and I love driving around here, places to fish, just beautiful spots. You know, just get away from the city. That's what it is. Because I had to work in the city, and I grew up in the city, so you know, I'm just always wanting to get away. But Smyrna, where I am now most of the time, is a great place also. It has its charms. It's a little city right on the edge of a really big city. And fortunately, within a mile or so, not a mile, excuse me, about an hour and a half from where I am, I can hit those beautiful North Georgia mountains and some of the best riding I've ever been on in my life. And I mean, I just can't imagine anything better, except maybe perhaps some of those vistas I've seen in Utah from some of the guys that have been sharing their rides through there, Arizona, places like that. Just gorgeous places. And I would love to ride there someday, and I hope to someday. But Smyrna, like I said, Smyrna's nice. It's got its other charms. Mount Kennesaw is real close by. It's fun to go up and ride up on that. Just get up above the city, get a good look around. But tell me, what makes your place special? What makes where you are special to you and important to you? I'd really like to know. All right, guys. Well, we'll take care. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.